Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, I think it's Fatale? Fatal? I don't know. Fatale? Yeah. It's not fatal. Anyway, you know what it is. You clicked on it. And interestingly enough, you go to IMDb to see who stars in it, and you can clearly see Hilary Swank and Michael Ealy. Oh, I'm having a tough time with names, but I knew they were in it, but you got to scroll all the way to the end of IMDb to see that. So, I don't know, maybe they're not the stars. Anyway, it's about a man, a very successful man, has a one-night stand with a girl, and that girl happens to be a police investigator, and did I mention he's married? He's married, successful, has a one-night stand with a police investigator, and he becomes part of her investigation somehow, some murder investigation. So I don't know, sounds pretty interesting. Hour and 42 minutes long. Bad news, 4.5 on IMDb, but only 438 people have rated it so far. So get into it, find out what it's about, give you a better idea, maybe learn how to pronounce a couple of different things, and then ultimately I'll let you know what I think. Stick around, I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Fatale. Sorry, no check-ins. I kind of did get absorbed a little bit into the film, to be honest with you. They had a good premise, I thought, you know, throughout the whole thing. And, what was her name? Whatever her name was. Hilary Swank. That's what I was looking up. Anyway, they had a decent premise, and let me get you there real quick without giving anything away. So, our main actor, he's a big sports agent or something like that, very successful. The house is amazing, like, wow, right? He's married, beautiful wife, he's got his best friend, business partner, he's not married, I think he has a girlfriend, whatever, and they go to Vegas, and this is kind of in the IMDb piece, so this is where he cheats on his wife at a bachelor party. Okay, he suspects his wife's cheating, but you know, there's no proof of that at this time. He goes on and does this thing, and that's with Hilary Swank. I mean, that's kind of obvious again. Then he comes back home, and they're you know, hanging out at the house, and somebody breaks into the house, and you know, so he wrestles with the guy and stuff like that, and they get in a fight. Whatever, the guy gets away. Okay. Guy gets away, so they call the cops, of course, to come in and investigate. Well, who's the lead investigator? Hilary Swank, the girl that he cheated on his wife with. So there you go. There's your premise. I mean, that's it right there. It's like, wow, you know. So now it's more about, okay, who was breaking into the house, and then it's also about Hilary making him sweat, you know, because there's a whole investigation going on, and she now realizes he was married. He didn't say he was married. There's some big opportunities right there with this film. I think, okay, we've probably seen, you know, we've seen movies like this, Fatal Attraction, Disclosure, a lot of different things. You know, cheating people getting kind of caught, but not caught so far. And there's a lot of different ways you can go with this. And I don't want to give you any more details after that. You can just, I mean, you could sit down for hours and write how many different directions this movie can go. And they start going down a path with this one. And I like the path that they're going down. Okay. I get it. I like it. I see what's going on. And it's hard for me to talk without spoiling it for you. But you can think about what you want to think about, and they leave a couple of breadcrumbs there for you to be like, okay. But then it really comes down to the big reveal. Not even the big reveal, but you know, the path they take. You want to find out what's going on. What are we, you know, what's the reason behind everything? The big reveal. That's what I'm going to call it. You know, why did the guy break into the house? Is that connected to any way? And then what happens after all of that? And like I said, they start down a path, and it becomes very interesting, and that's why I didn't check in, because I was like so involved. But it comes to that point, and I just felt it was just so lackluster. Lacks so much creativity, And I'm not even sure if it works. Doesn't even make sense. Side story, somewhat related, not going to spoil it for you, but Hilary Swank has an ex-husband, and they have a daughter together, a little bit of a custody issue. Okay? Throw that in the mix. But, I don't know. You know, there's so many different ways they could have wrote this film, and I think they blew it. I get not the 4.4, I think that's a little low, but I get hey, this isn't a great film. Again, the beginning of it is very common, like I said before, but they had something a little bit different, and I like the route that they were going, but then they blew it at the end. That's not even at the end. I mean, really, when you start realizing what's kind of going on, that's when they blew it for me, you know. And then, okay, didn't like the way that direction went. I know I'm like talking in like hieroglyphics here, but you know, they go down a path and then they start revealing what's going on with that path. But it's like so basic, very basic. And when they do that reveal piece of it, it's like, don't like it, but okay. I'm sure they're not going to make your most obvious film ever, right? They're going to come back and they're going to blow your mind at some point. You're waiting for that oh. No. It continues down the simplest, most non-creative path possible, and just blows it. It's like somebody got tired, or I don't know what happened to the creative writers in this one. Somebody left the film and they decided like, hey, let's just do it this way, and then they buttoned up the film. Man, this is another one. I say this from time to time, probably a lot, but if they would have just said, hey, Kimmel's Irish Pub, you know what, watch this film, let me know what you think. Now, I can't write, and you know, I mean, I have a good imagination and I can think of different things. I'd like to sit down in the room and be like, well, what about this? What about this? You know what I mean? Like, not this. Let's keep going down this path, but let's change it to this. And let's do this and that and stuff like that. And then I'm sure there's other real creative people who could have been like, okay, and then bounce ideas off. I know. I'm just saying, I just think you'll feel the same way when you watch this film. It'll be like, okay, we're going somewhere. And then it's like, oh no, we didn't go anywhere. This is ridiculous. So, there you go. Sorry that I have to speak, you know, as vaguely as possible. But the last thing I want to do is spoil it for you. Because maybe you will enjoy this film. And there are some things, you know, outside of what I've told you that, you know, you might enjoy. I don't know. I'm rambling now. I'll tell you this. I'll come back to this one more time. The house is unbelievable. One last point. He has his, like, he lives down a hill or something like that. His driveway is down, and there's a circle. His car spins on it. So, like, you pull your car in like you would in the garage, you know, have to back it up and come out. Nope. He just hits a button and it spins around. He just drives it back out. So this guy's mad rich, and you should see his house. All right. If you like homes, this is at least interesting to see. There you go. That's it. That's all I got. I will stop right there. If you check it out, love to hear your thoughts. What did you think? Did they blow it? Did you like it? If you liked it, that's cool. And I get the whole point. You know, the whole point is don't cheat on your wife and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm rambling. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, please. Thanks. All right. Hopefully I was helpful tonight. And thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.